here, and it's very honor to us and privilege to be here, and we can get an opportunity to promote our ancient Tibetan culture, and through that we all learn very much from this specific mandala about compassion and loving kindness and forgiveness. So that's the one of our purpose to would like to share every one of us, and we can do more practice about our compassion. So furthermore, and we feel very happy while we were in this Vermont town. We feel very we feel get like that so much love from you guys, and every one of us talk each other at the time, feel very happy and feel very closely. So, but even though it is the last day for us to Deconstruction Prayer, and tomorrow we are leaving to other place, so even though we get that message of compassion and the love, and always we do, and always we practice more about love. So it is one of the very important in our life that carry on this message of love. Other than that, we might be in a very difficult situation and we couldn't manage well. So always have to do practice about compassion and love is very important, and that we would like to share through this culture. And we feel really happy here because we always see that everyone come here, visit here, and we notice that everyone looks like very close each other, and it's very friendly each other. This is very important in the one of the community. It's united, it's very important. And also helping each other and very kind and very supportive. So that's very important in harmony. And through that we can change, getting better. The society, even the in example in Somali, can change in family and the society, and through that the nation can be changed. So please, I hope that you guys always do like the same, but carry on this. Always try to more compassionate and more whatever you do, just carry on. Same like this. Yeah, just carry on. Yeah. And today I would like to little introduction about a mandala, because might be today someone new here, not been yesterday, and so I would like to later talk about the brief introduction about mandala. So this is the from the starting the board. The board is the 5 by 5. This is the perfect size for the create mandala, because bigger than that it's difficult to create the mandala in the 4 to 5 days, and smaller than that it's difficult to be very detailed. It's too small. So that's the best size for the create mandala. And for first the board, we have to paint the color blue color on it. That symbolizes the land color of the land. And you guys might be noticed that first Sunday evening we do opening ceremony and we did prayer. For this prayer we have to do this. First we have to bless the land. Bless the land. This is symbolize the land and bless the land. And after that we offering. We offering to first to gurus and to Buddhas and or the Bodhisattvas who have the bodhicitta mind, who have a great practice of compassion. So those we are offering. And then after the protected deity. Protected deity is, they have many protected deity even in this church, even in this land. So we have to, wherever we do create a mandala, so we have to offer the protected deity of this specific place. And after that also we have to offer to the Nagas and even the protector of the land. So those are the offering, the order of the offering. And after that we have to get permission to do it, because this is one of the secret teachings originated from the tantric teachings. So for that we have to get permission to do it. So those are the prayer in the first day opening ceremony. And after that always morning we do the prayer before we create the mandala. This is the offering and recite mantra of the compassion Buddha, because this is the compassion Buddha's mandala. So for that we are prayer for the all beings and for world peace. And we can practice more about the compassion. It is not that easy to practice about compassion always. So we just pray through that. We hope that everyone have that encourage to do practice always in their whole life. So that's the prayer we do always in the morning. So now I start in the mandala. So first we have to do the on that board we have to do the draw the lines. Draw the lines. First we have to draw the lines, and ever first measure from the center. Measure from the center. This is very important, because if the center is something goes wrong, then everything, the full mandala might be goes in wrong. So it is very important. They have to take measure in the center. So, and after that, even they started from the draw the line, and they started from the coloring, started from the center. Actually, in the mandala, they have 5 circles. 5 circles. First, second, third, 5 circles they have. And so the small center inside the middle of the center, that they create. They put the flat blue color. That is to symbolize that flat. Everyone have a same equality. Everyone is equality to do some great things for the ability of practice about compassion. It's everyone have a same ability, not different in their nature, not different in the nature, same ability. So that shows that the flat, the color, they have nothing there. So just a flat color that is symbolized to everything, equality, equal. That shows the equal. And in that they create a flower that is symbolized the compassion Buddhas, a represent of the compassion Buddhas, and the symbolize of the pure heart. That our human nature is the mind is very pure. And the trouble is a temporary, so that we can have a hope that we can get a better and better. If the nature is not pure, then we don't have a hope. Even we do some hard works, they have a not good result at all. But the nature is very pure, and the trouble is just temporary. So we can overcome trouble, and we can have those practice. So that's the symbolize. And they have 8 petals, and they have 8 petals. 8 petals, it is a symbolize that 8 chakras in heart, which is very significant when we do meditate, because in the highest level meditate, it's very important to control the wind in our body, the lower wind and upper wind. That's we have to control. And at that time, we have to aware of those chakras. It's very significant in that. So that's the symbolize. And even you can see that they have 5 symbols: the Vajra and the jewels and the Dharma wheel and the sword, and in the middle they have a flower. That represent of the 5 Buddhas, which in our forms that we call that agitation of our forms, that forms of form and the feeling and the cognition and consciousness and that mind, that we are transforming in the Buddhas, 5 Buddhas, that we call that represent of the 5 Buddhas. So when the beginning of our meditation, we are transforming, because the way we are meditation, because of the eternal enlightenment or the liberate from the suffering. So from the beginning, we are transforming the Buddhas, those 5 Buddhas. So that's the symbolize. And they have 5 different colors in it: the white and yellow and blue and green and red. So those 5 colors symbolize the 5 wisdoms. 5 wisdoms. They have 5 different wisdoms, like translated in English, it can say like that, marrow-like wisdoms. Marrow-like wisdom, it called that whatever we see in the appearance, it's just like a reflection in the mirror. It's not true. Yeah, so like that, marrow-like wisdoms. And in Tibetan language, we can say that yamyishe, that equality wisdoms, equal. So, second, that equality wisdoms. And the third is that it's analyzing wisdoms, analyzing and interrogating. So through that, we can get a true reality of the phenomena. So that a third, the analyzing wisdoms. And accomplishment wisdoms, that after, if you get a good method and proper way, we can be success in whatever we do something. So that accomplishment wisdoms. At last, there are natural wisdoms. It is that the phenomena, we can see that some of the nature, we take birth and last die. That's the nature. No one can stop that nature. It's like a nature, and getting like a birth and getting age, and last we have to die. That's the nature of the phenomena. So like that, natural wisdoms. Those 5 wisdoms, when we practice about those 5 wisdoms, it's very helpful to get the reality of the phenomena, and it all make yours that give you strength and make stronger, and you can manage even in difficult situation, you can do yourself. So that's the 5 wisdoms. And after that, you can see that they have many small symbols in there. This is, we call it offering, the desirable offering to the gods and the Buddhas and gurus. Those are the offering. And you can see that forget to symbolize the 4 noble truths, which is talk about the suffering and causes of suffering, cessations, and the truth of the path. Those are how to reduce our suffering. And when we know about the causes of suffering, we can prevent those suffering come again. So those 4 noble truths is very basic level and teachings in the Buddhist philosophy. And you can see there are the 64 petals with a very colorful 64 petals. Those are to symbolize that in the stomach lower part, they have 64 chakras, which I already mentioned that in the heart they have 8 chakras, which is very significant, and also in the lower part they have 64 chakras. Although it is very significant when we do practice about controlling the wind, so that's very important. And at last, this second last circle, they have the 32 Vajra mala. We call it a Vajra mala. That shows that remove the obstacle and protect from the obstacles. Protect from the obstacles. These 2 symbols is different meanings. Here, the 32 the Vajra symbols symbolize that, and in the middle there were 8 Vajras. That symbolize that we always can get chances to teaching and practice about compassion and the forgiveness, those positive emotions. So like that, these are the 2 different meanings. And at last they have a fire that symbolizes our wisdoms. Wisdom of emptiness. When we have a wisdom of emptiness, that is the only antidote for the ignorance. And ignorance is the root of the suffering. So that's why when we have that antidote on that wisdom of emptiness, that can reduce and eliminate our ignorance. From that we can liberate from the sufferings. So those the teachings in it, the mandala. So I just brief introduction. Yeah. So like that at all, this is the only that the lesson only that we have to know aware about the positive emotions, because positive emotion and negative emotion, these two are consciousness, part of the consciousness. So that's only the way we can reduce our negative emotions like anger through the practice about like compassion and loving kindness. So it's very important aware of the emotions and try to balance of your emotion. Then after that you can reduce your negative emotions, and after you can liberate from the suffering. That's all possible, not is impossible. It is possible for every human being. Yeah. So thank you so much for Now I would like to really grateful and appreciate it to thanks behalf of my monastery here at all, from the starting till the end. There are some people always do hard work and always try hard to this event go success. So because of them, this event goes very successful. So I would like to say thanks everyone to here, and also those people really very helpful for us, because without of them, this event can't be success like this. So I would like to say thanks on behalf of the Devon Gomang Monastery. So I would like to invite first the David. David, he always here and tries so hard to get all whatever we're doing here. Just a small gift we have for Devon Gomang Monastery, and very thankful for what we are doing here. And also this is we call Tibetan traditional and white scarf that symbolize that bring a good luck and good fortune. Yeah, so that's good. Yeah, just unfolded by the solemness of the Dalai Lama. And Daring.
You're up, buddy.
Thank you so much. Thank you. We capture all this. Thank you so much. This is security. And Barbara. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. And Sherry. Thank you so much. Thank you. Ellie. Oh, the Gordon, the minister of this church. Okay, sure. Sorry. Andrea. And Paula, yeah. Not here. Okay. Thank you so much for everyone. Always come here and visit here. Thank you so much. Thank you. I forget the last one, that now it is going to Deconstruction Prayer. This is one of the symbolized that nothing is a permanent. Yeah, in our traditional way, that after last we have to save all the way. That's showing that nothing is a permanent. So practice Abodha is impermanent. Yeah.
So it's a prayer for deconstruction of the mandala.
Oh
Now we are going to vial of sand we put in the equinox pond. Equinox, right? Equinox pond. And vial of sand we are offering you would like to have as a blessed sand. You can keep in the home and other than that if you want to use to in the spirit in your garden, is it okay? And we usually do keep in the house and put in the altars. That's bring a good luck and a protect. Yeah, so. And it never used for some kind of like eating. Because this is just a scent, blessed scent, but you shouldn't eat, just give it. Ka Jabo Mura Gino Gende Jabo Shanjo Sembe Gende Chimbo Dan Judo Judo De Se Jumden Samo Nawashi Chuje Namran Jeding Nyumba Judo Yang De Se Chanjo Semba Semba Chimbo Baba Jare Se Onju Shiraje Barodo Chimba Samu Juba Namba De Jabo De Dala Yaran Jinje Toa Namba To Tine Sanje Je Sedan De Bashare Bo Chanjo Semba Semba Nuze Anjula Diga Jeme Sori Jebo Kanala Shiraje Barodo Chimba Samu Juba Juba De Bade Jidala Shira Jeme Badan Chanjo Semba Semba Shimbo Baba Jare Se Onju Sedan De Bashare De Bula Rijebo Rijebo Mokala Shiraje Barodo Chimba Samu Juba Juba De Bade Jidala Bato Bumbo De Dala Yara Jije Toa Namba Yang Daba Jidu Toa Jidu Suri Toa Jije Mai Toa Jije Jishinda Toa De Jeta De Jeta Namba Jiba Toa Jare Wadida Shida Je Toa Jide Jije Bama Jiba Jiban Ba Jima Dan Jiba Jiba Biba Kawa Biba Wo Jare Wadida Wene Toa Jina Sumi Toa Mimi Jeme Namba Shiwa Mimi Nawa Mena Mimi Sumi Da Mimi Mimi Shabi Shumi Miga Kame Bane Ije Kame Ije Namba Shiwa Kanje Bodo Yame Do Mare Bame Mare Base Bame Bane Bodo Yame Do Dijendo Dunga Wada Kunju Wada Kubada Name Shime Toba Me Mado Yame Do Jere Wadida Shira Shira Jabarodo Jibala Tinin Nesla Jibami Tabami Do Shinya Lola Yangale Deveta Shido de Zonda Number Shiva Sanjay Shira Jabarodo Jibala Tinana Me Bayanda Bordo Vejan Juma Bardo Tidavine Shira Jabarodo Shibenga Riva Shibenga Lana Mibenga Minyambata Nibenga Dumeta Jera Shiva Shibenga Mizavana Demashu Shira Jabarodo Shibenga Mibatayata Kade Kade Paranga de Parasanga de Buddhist Sabajabo de Shiraja Barodo Chaba Samala Labarjo de Nation Sabasabachimo, Watele the Angelo. Sorry, Jabo de Janari, Jabo de the Bajin Shiraja Barodo Chaba Samala, Chiba de Javan, the Jaka, the Vanan Sabasabachimo, the Hadamita Lamai, the Jesuala. Paraka de Parasamba de Bode, so the Choran Batter, Shindonguru, so Shiwada Midonevich and Anawada to Badu, so Devita de Jan and the Oseje so nebe mubara sene telara ga tedo same lije kurdan chevane Kundale ana ombe on soba shido sawa sama soba shido hon tomba yido sho tombe chene ajin chewan on shiwan on shiwan zeje do chebo yo ma Basaka Tadaga Kagoda Pemama Pema Shanga Bala Kurosa Purabhuvaso Basaka Tadaga Kagoda Pemama Pema Shanga Bala Kurosa Purabhuvaso Basaka Tadaga Kagoda Pemama Pema Shanga Bala Kurosa Purabhuvaso so nebe mubara sene telara go tudo same jal je khoda jevan Yawo don chen don ka sambe sanje don kan la kan de te la te ma tumba chare se la cha se alo 你这表存心的道理见可见了，即是得到古代见了，他年身上所见的面，你让成面中方面了，白马家进去的中华党，今天刚说下去的北，日全的走到都结果走，阿南达巴苏嘎巴达达。你别不要的老师，你真大道的，不叫圣洁。